Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. And you know, man, typically we're leaning pretty heavy on restomods and pro touring, you know, American muscle. It's kind of, for whatever reason, it's what gets us fired up over here. But the truth is, what we really dig is just muscle, man. We like power. I like stuff that goes fast. So today, that's right, check this one out. We're gonna be taking my buddy Eric's C63 out for a drive. Now this is not just a C63, as you can tell already looking at it, pretty radically modified. And as radical as the exterior is on this car, it gets way worse when we get under the hood. This is a 680 wheel horsepower AMG C63, fully built by Weistec Engineering. I'm gonna walk you guys through a ton of details on it because it's worth it. And once more, I feel this need to educate you guys on how it is that you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars building these cars. So we're gonna do some walkthrough on this. I'll talk through a bunch of the details and then, oh yeah, we are definitely going for a drive. All right, man, here we go. One thing you notice right away is that body is not stock. No, it's not. That's all steel wide body. Look at it, how the rear section comes into the door to fit into the quarter, matching into the bumper, but not just a bumper. These are Black Series bumpers on this car. You got all the carbon stuff all over it, from the wing to all the trim pieces. I mean, the exterior on this is radical, and then you can't really tell anymore because it's been painted, but you look at the hood, looks right? Looks like it was made for this car. Well, it was, except for it's all carbon fiber with only the vents being left exposed on it. So lighten up the car a little bit. Oh yeah. We've also got Black Series wheels on it. I love the extended studs like that. It just, you know, I mean, I know it provides a little more security, but mostly it just looks super cool. That's just getting into the exterior on this car. Interior's pretty much close to a stock C63. Couple little bits done on here that I think are cool. I mean, for one, this car is fully loaded. It came from Mercedes, fully loaded 2009 with all the carbon stuff on the interior. I love the billet shifter that he put on here. And I think it's really cool to add to it the billet control knob. Otherwise, it's pretty much a stock C63 on the inside. You say pretty much stock, and the reality is, as you look at this thing, you go, that's badass. But then, where this car gets ridiculously exciting is when you get under the hood and you realize that this is definitely not a stock C63. This car was fully built by Weistec Engineering. If you don't know Weistec, I highly recommend looking them up because they make shit that goes fast. This car produces 680 horsepower at the rear wheels. 680 horsepower. Can you smoke the tires? Oh yeah. It's been completely built. And when I say completely built, it's got forged pistons, billet rods. It's got a 3-liter supercharger on it. It's got a Weistec bullet transmission on it. All around, it's got carbon ceramic brakes. The fuel rails have been upgraded on it. Weistec ported heads. The exhaust is ridiculously cool on this. It's got 2-inch headers going into a 3-inch stainless exhaust. Then he put the factory, the OEM tips on it, so you can't really tell until you fire this thing, and then it's just stupid how loud it gets. Especially when you stand on it. When you're on it, this car's, oh, it's ridiculous how cool it is. It's got H&R Street Sport coilovers. You can't really see them, obviously. This is just a radically built C63, although when you look at it, it's subtle. I like when you wide body a car, that you actually mold it and fit it to the car rather than just cutting and bolting stuff on. Personal taste. And this is done so well. You see how well everything fits on it. Just an exceptional, I mean, this is such a cool C63. This is a car you can show up at the country club and not look like a complete Yahoo. But then when it's time to go throw down, you can pull up to just about anyone and, you know, watch them in your rear view as you go smoking past them. So, speaking of smoking past them, let's go take this sucker for a drive, yeah? Here we go, man. We are in what is known as the Agro AMG. This is my friend Eric's 2009 C63, heavily built and modified by Weistec Engineering. I love the extra bolstered seats, right?
Yeah, these seats are very
super
comfortable.
Bolstered in there. Yeah. Like you could definitely sit there and you can push this car and not be slipping and sliding all over. The dyno shows this car when it's on race fuel, which it typically runs 100 octane, like right now it's on 100 octane, which means it's getting 680 horsepower at the wheels. 680, you guys, that's substantial, and that's not crank horsepower. That's actually delivered to the wheels. It has the suspension on it, has street comp suspension on it. So it's built to go. The transmission's built also. It's a Weistec knows better than to put that much horsepower into a car without beefing up the transmission. The build that they do on this is their Stage 3. It's called their Stage 3 Plus kit, which, you know, incorporates forged pistons, billet rods.
Right, it's not like they just slapped a supercharger on it.
No, it's not just a bolt on and go. All right, you guys. 3, 2, 1, launch, engaged.
Sounds real good. Sounds real good.
Any of you that want to go, come on, dude, show us more muscle cars. This is a muscle car all day in every way. It's a supercharged V8. This has a 3-liter supercharger on a V8. Make no mistakes about it. This thing's a muscle car all day long. And as far as expense goes on this, nowhere near the Pro Touring and Restomod cars I show you. And yet, it's a $200,000 car. It's a $200,000 car here. And it's just fun.
Yeah, man.
Right? Oh, sounds good, doesn't it? Here we go. Lane open. Launch mode. Go. Oh, you suck. Oh, little speed run. Car motors, huh, man?
I love it when it shifts.
God,
it feels so good.
Such an aggressive car.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, well, that is it for the 2009 C63, affectionately known as the Agro AMG. And what a beautiful car, right? I mean, just look at this thing. It's such a good looking car. The wide body fits it so well. The color combo's great on it. And then when it comes to performance, you've got a ton of performance. I mean, you've got almost 700 horsepower at the wheels. You've got carbon ceramic brakes. You've got a fully built transmission. You got a car that's not only looking cool, but it goes, man, and it's meant to go. It's built to pound on it. What an extraordinary car. And like I said in the video earlier, make no mistake about it. Do not let the AMG and the Mercedes badges fool you. This is every bit a muscle car, man. You got a supercharged V8 under the hood of this thing, making a lot of horsepower. That's it for today, you guys. I hope you had a good time checking out some serious Euro muscle, and we'll see you in the next episode. All right, man. Later.